Tuesday, 24th, 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 132, Sub-Article E of the Constitution, and Section 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7, this House approves the appointment of Canon Dr. Ida Odinga, EGH, as a permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Programme. Honorable Speaker, the office of the permanent representative stands as a vital outpost of Kenya's sovereignty and environmental leadership. As defined in Section 21 of the Foreign Service Act, the head mission is not only the President's personal representative, but a steward of Kenya's foreign policy, the custodian of our national image, and the administrator of the mission's resources. In the specific context, Honorable Speaker, in the specific context of UNEP, Honorable Speaker, the only United Nations headquarters located in the Global South and domiciled right here in Nairobi, this role carries the additional weight of anchoring Kenya's status as global hub for environmental diplomacy. Honorable Speaker, in the solemn discharge of the mandate under Standing Order 2165F, the committee approached its task with diligence and unwavering fidelity to the Constitution, guided by Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity, and animated by the spirit of public participation as enshrined in Article 118, we subjected the nominee to rigorous scrutiny, measuring academic qualifications, professional experience, moral compass, vision of Kenya's environmental interest. Honorable Speaker, this probably must have been one of the unnerving experiences of our vetting process because of the nominee we had to interrogate, and it was humbling that she submitted before our committee with all the experience. We on the other side, some of us even young to be our own children, but with humility she submitted before our committee. And in keeping with the Standing Order 42.2, Honorable Speaker, your office then relayed to the House the President's message regarding the nomination, which I don't want to repeat. Honorable Speaker, in further fulfillment, due diligence, the Clerk of the National Assembly wrote to the relevant agencies as EACC, KRA, DCI, Higher Education Loans Board, ODPP and ORPP, seeking reports on the nominee's integrity, tax compliance, criminal record status, loan obligations, and political affiliations. And Honorable Speaker, I'm glad to report that all agencies returned clean reports affirming the nominee's good standing. Honorable Speaker, the committee conducted an oral approval hearing, which was done on Friday, the 20th February. And Honorable Speaker, I want to say that the nominee is a distinguished Kenyan whose journey has been defined by unwavering allegiance to the Republic. In strict adherence to the Article 78 of the Constitution, the nominee confirmed that she is a Kenyan citizen by birth and does not hold any dual citizenship, thus satisfying the fundamental eligibility criteria for state office. Honorable Speaker, her suitability is further anchored by the robust academic foundation. Madam Ida Odinga holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Geography from the University of Nairobi. And this academic background is not merely ornamental, rather it proved the early scientific grounding for a profound understanding of the technical and policy dimensions of UNEP's work. Beyond the classroom, her career of Mama Ida Odinga, her career trajectory is a testament to versatile leadership, spanning her service as an educator in Kenya High School, her roles in private enterprise, and the managing director of East Africa Spectra, which this House will note that is a company that does clean energy. Limited her impactful tenure as a First Lady to the Prime Minister. Honorable Speaker, Dr. Ida, apart is her ability to bridge the gap between high-level policy and grassroots reality. During the hearing, she demonstrated a sophisticated vision for environmental diplomacy, particularly highlighting the link between sustainability and socioeconomic development, particularly in health, nutrition, and livelihoods. She's not a stranger to the global stage, having served as a global peace ambassador to the United Nations and founded the Ida Odinga Trust. Further, Honorable Speaker, her strategic leadership was evident in an announced approach to the resource constraints facing the United Nations. She underscored the need to strengthen UNEP as the only UN headquarters in the Global South, proposing collective, collaborative, multi-stakeholder model to mobilize solutions, anchors Kenya's leadership as a United Nations Assembly UNEP. Honorable Speaker, regarding the character of the nominee, let me say this. She embodies high standard of leadership and integrity. She secured clearance from all the agencies that were requested to confirm her status as compliant and upright citizen. Significantly, she has never been charged in a court of law. She has never been adversely mentioned in any investigatory report or dismissed from office contravening Article 75 of the Constitution. In fact, on this stage, I jokingly asked all these years that the deceased Prime Minister has been jailed. She's never been in any way been charged in a court of law or even been picked, even when we had the regime that was very quick in picking spouses and punishing those that held a contrary opinion to what the state at that time believed in. Madam Ida has never found herself in the other side of the law. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, the nominee's responses reflected a lifelong commitment in public service and a patriotic readiness to answer to the call of duty. Her experience in advocacy, consensus building, and negotiation is directly transferable to the multilateral diplomatic engagement required by UNEP. Honorable Speaker, based on these findings, therefore, the committee is satisfied that the nominee possesses the competence, integrity, and vision to represent the Republic. I therefore urge this House to adopt the committee's recommendation and approve this appointment. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move. I now, Honorable Speaker, respectively invite my Vice Chair, Honorable Major Retired Sheikh Abdullahi Bashir, to second this motion.
Bashir.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion on the report of the Royal Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on the approval of Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, EGH, for appointment as the permanent representative for the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP. Honorable Speaker, the committee thoroughly assessed the nominee based on certain criteria as set out in the Constitution and the various acts. The vetting considered her academic qualifications, professional track record, constitutional compliance, and personal integrity. Honorable Speaker, the report that we tabled yesterday is very much detailed, and I'm sure and believe that members have gone through to check on the report that we have tabled, which contains every aspect of the vetting process that we did. Honorable Speaker, during the approval hearing that we held on Friday, 20th February 2026, the nominee demonstrated knowledge of Kenya's environmental diplomacy priorities, the strategic role played by UNEP, which is headquartered in Nairobi, and the importance of multilateral partnership in addressing global environmental challenges. Honorable Speaker, the nominee actually demonstrated that with her vast experience based on her education and social life, and above all, having been in the political landscape of this country for far too long, she equally possesses the qualities required to represent our country in this very, very important institution that is headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya. Honorable Speaker, in addition to the normal legal threshold, the nominee's background in matters education, public leadership, advocacy, and digital engagement equips her with the skills required in undertaking this noble task of UNEP. Honorable Speaker, it's not been easy really to work or stay under our late Prime Minister. You know, somebody who has been with the Prime Minister day in, day out for 50 years has all the capacities, all the institutional memory of ensuring that they represent our country in this kind of engagement. And the one thing that actually made us looking differently, she happened to be the only nominee that has so far appeared before us that brought her CV in a well articulated sort of detailed booklet. I've never seen such a CV. I am saying the other candidates did not present as she did to us. And so she was actually well prepared, and I can see that she's even well prepared to represent Kenya in this noble objective, which is UNEP in Nairobi. Honorable Speaker, I know that having been the wife of the late Prime Minister, and you know the Prime Minister in most of his lives has been jailed, exiled, and so forth. Mama Ida has never been jailed, has never been convicted in a court of law, has never been charged, despite the fact that she was with the Baba all her life. And that has not been easy. So I think she really meets all the requirements to represent this country on matters environment and specifically UNEP. So I don't want to take much ado. I'm sure members want to ventilate and give them time, because as a committee, we did our work. We have gone through the nominees' credentials and found out that she's fit to hold this position and represent the country. I therefore second the motion, and I beg to second and ask the House to approve the nomination. Thank you.
Thank you. Members on their feet, take your seats. Thank you, honorable members. I'll now propose the question at order number 8, which is that, taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations in its report on the approval hearing of a nominee for appointment as permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 24th February 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 132(2)(e) of the Constitution and Sections 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, EGH, as the permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program. Nyikal, we put the question. Nyikal.
Thank you,
Let's
Honorable Speaker.
Hold on, Dr. Nyikal. How much time do you want us to spend on this? Ever remember 2 minutes? Yes, Robert Mbui. Dr. Nyikal, take your seat. You have your space. Let me...
The leaders can get 5 minutes, the rest of us 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it will be fair.
Okay, the leaders 5 minutes and the other members 2 minutes. Can we do this motion in 30 minutes?
1 hour, 1 hour.
Okay.
1 hour.
Order.
No, 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Like I said, Mama Migori, if the submissions and contributions are tautologous, we'll move to the next business. Yes, Nyikal? Dr. Nyikal, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As is in the mood of the House, the credentials of Mama Ida Betty Odinga, her experience, her exposure, in both in politics, professionally, and in leadership, her credentials, educational ones, are impeccable. So the committee has actually made a decision in line with what most of us thought when the appointment was made. Her credentials, her ability has been recognized within the country, outside the country. Many universities have given her honorary doctorate positions, positions of leadership, and even canon in the church. With a person like her, Mr. Speaker, I do not think we even need to discuss more, and I'm most happy that you have given me the chance to say something about her. I fully support her appointment as recommended by the committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Milemba.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. In 1982, when my father used to buy the Standard newspaper, and I think the price was about 2 shillings or 1 shilling and 80 cents, I remember vividly reading the story of Mama Ida when she was being removed from one of the houses in the schools. And that was because her husband had been imprisoned courtesy of the coup that had just occurred. But the way Mama handled herself, and since then having been an educator for the long time, because by that particular time, Honorable Speaker, she had taught for more than 20 years. Her life thereafter became a diplomatic life, leading and negotiating with all parties in this country, whether it was NASA or CORD or any other organizations. I'm sure she was doing a lot of diplomacy behind her late husband, Raila Odinga. So this is a great diplomat who can handle that position very well. I want to wish her the very best as she undertakes to take this job on behalf of this country, and I'll be asking the House to support. Thank you.
Yes, Robert Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. On this issue of the permanent rep to the UNEP, Mr. Speaker, I think there's no better person to serve in that capacity than Dr. Ida Odinga, because of her service to the nation, Mr. Speaker. And also, she has also been an excellent teacher. In fact, she's taught people that have gone on into leadership positions, like the governor of Machakos was a student in Kenya High. So this is a person with the impeccable credentials. She's also been a mother of democracy for this country, because she suffered under the hands of previous regimes when her husband served detention without trial, and she had to run her family during the period that he was absent. Later on, Mr. Speaker, you notice that she also had to sacrifice her husband to the country, because he's helped shape the politics of this nation for those years. And that was also a sacrifice for her to have allowed him to be doing that work. So, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a perfect person for that position. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Mama Migori.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to declare that Mama Ida is our daughter. She is a daughter of Migori County, and we are very proud of her. I also want to tell Kenyans that Mama Ida stands on her own stairs. She is not leaned towards who Baba was. She is a woman of substance, a woman who really deserves any position that should desire to be. And she's a very straightforward woman, a woman who has brought up so many Kenyans as her daughters and sons. And we are very proud of her. She is a Christian, a well-educated woman. We are very proud of our daughter, and we know that she will serve Kenya and make Kenya proud. Kudos, Mama. We love you. And as you do all your things, just remember, we will never, ever forsake your being with us. We love you, and congratulations, Mama. Congratulations to Kenya, too.
Thank you. Member for Turkana, Honorable Emade. Go ahead. Give Honorable Emade the mic. There's one next to you there, on your right. On your right.
Six of the best is here. Here. Honorable Speaker, thank you so much for this opportunity. First of all, to our wives outside there, take care of your husbands. When they are not in the world, you will get the legacy that is left by them. And as we always say, behind every man, there is a wife, a good wife. Number two, Honorable Speaker, Africa rejected Raila. May his soul rest in peace. But Kenya has been
He was
able...
not rejected. He just didn't win the election.
Yes.
That's not a rejection.
Through the elections in Addis Ababa. And Honorable Speaker, Kenya has done a good service to the family by remembering that there was a person who was behind Raila. And we ask her that when you are in the seat, please represent us well as Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you. Otieno Amolo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 3 quick points. One, under the Act, 3 things are supposed to be satisfied. Professional training, experience, and integrity. Mama Ida stands tall as a professional, having been educated in the University of Nairobi, and then proceeded to teach a lot of professionals, including serving as a UN Peace Ambassador. And she also managed her family business, Spectre International, for all these years, as our icon was busy trying to mend this country. And Mama Ida is of impeccable integrity. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, the Act requires the permanent representative to represent Kenya's foreign policy objective at UNEP. It is not a representative of the president or the president's governing party. It is of Kenya's foreign policy objective, which is primarily determined by this country. And those, therefore, who want to confuse Kenyans must know that that is not the position. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, Mama Ida is has endured the longest sufferance in terms of political intolerance. The longest person to suffer this is our late statesman, Raila Odinga. But in all that time, Mama Ida stayed put, and she suffered perhaps even more than Raila when he was jailed. Lastly, it is to be noted that there was no legitimate objection that was raised against Mama Ida as she joins this list of distinguished Kenyans, including the late Ambassador Pamela Mboya. We support, Mr. Speaker.
Harold Kipchumba. You are not Harold Kipchumba, are you?
I am here.
Harold Kipchumba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. From the word go, I want to support and declare that I call her Mama. Canon Dr. Ida Odinga is the matriarch that Kenyans need, that we've missed over the time. And as in the days of Esther of the Bible, I believe this is a time that we've gotten a person that can stand in the gap on foreign policy for our country. This assignment calls for the consistent resilience and the inner strength of a person that has been defined through life both as a pillar of family and leadership of the late Raila Odinga. There's an emerging doubt out there in the world about the climate change not being real. This is a time that Kenya is going to offer a representative with steady hands to this helm. It is my wish to bless our journey and pray for her. May it be well with Mama Ida. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Hassan of Kamkunji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I would like to support the proposal to nominate, to confirm the nomination of Ida Odinga. And I consider her an extraordinary person, a freedom fighter, who has been in the trenches for the democracy and the change that we enjoy at the moment for the longest period in the history of Kenya. I also think that she has played a very pivotal role in the fight for social change, social justice, equity, and particular when you look at the struggle for our women who have been denied positions of leadership. And she has played that really with a lot of considerations in her lifetime, as we know now. I also say that I recall when I was in exile in the 80s, when she was fired from her job and thrown out of her house when her husband was in prison. As a member of the Committee for the Release of Political Prisoners at that time, we came to her support and we made sure that in fact she got accommodation and shelter, as well as to be able to take her kids to school. And I consider her the most eminent person that we are nominating for this particular position. She is well qualified for it, and I want to congratulate her, and I think she would do an excellent job for the people of Kenya in that position.
Raila.
Asante Bwana Spika. Mwanzo nataka nami nimpongeze rais mwanzo, kisha nimpongeze Bi Ida. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari, mwanamke mwenye busara, mwanamke mwenye jitihada nyingi na mwanamke mwenye kusimama na wanawake wenzake. Nimeona wanawake wengi, hata kama mimi sijapitia kwa mikono hiyo, lakini nimeona wanawake wengi wamepitia kwa mikono hiyo. Namuombea kila laheri huku anapokwenda, ahakikishe vile vile anavyoendelea kufanya. Huyu ni mwanamke na nusu. Anatumia ile tunaambiwa mwanamke akitaka kuonekana mpaka ufanye mara mbili ya mwanamume. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kabisa. Huku anapokwenda asimamishe Kenya, aweke bendera ya Kenya juu na atujenge jina la wanawake. Asante Bwana Spika.
You're done? Yes, Andon will watch.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just want to highlight some of the things that I think maybe needs to be known about Mama Ida. Other than the name that is known to her by the name Mother of the Nation. Mama Ida was not just mother to her 4 children. She was mother of the nation. We've had 3 first ladies, but only one known by the name Minpiny, translated as Mother of the Nation. She carried out herself with a lot of dignity and represented the soft power behind the persona that we knew that was Raila Amolo Odinga. Unbeknown to many, she had many, many other projects in terms of her education, background, and credentials. I happen to be a trustee in what she has started and is almost being launched in her alumni called Dr. Ida Odinga Library Resource Center. As a mentor of many girls, she is patron to what you call Linda Kesho, where she mentors young children and brings dignity to them. Under Article 73, leadership and state officers are supposed to bring to this office a lot of things that you find in Mama Ida, dignity and other things. Lastly, we must condemn the social media attack that came post the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, trying to bring down the name, the legacy, and the persona of Mama for apparently no reason. We must shame these people. We must shame them. And so I stand here to support on behalf of the sons and daughters of Mama Ida that there can be no better representative to the UNEP than Dr. Mama Ida Odinga Canon. Thank you.
Karima of Women. Go ahead, Wakili. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Speaker. I hope you'll not be confusing me again, Speaker, with that man. He is not, we are not of the same caliber in many ways. It's only that we are colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, I thank the President for appointing Mama Ida to this good position. which, Mr. Speaker, is a very honorable opposition in this Republic of Kenya. That position has not been earned by many people, and if to pick Mama Ida to represent Kenya on that position is something wonderful. I congratulate Mama Ida for being appointed, and when she appeared before us in the committee, she really impressed the committee, and according to her, she is so much committed to her work. The point is that she's a model example to many mothers, to our good ladies, that if they can take care of their good husbands, at the end of the day, they have to live out of what they have been doing. Because actually, if you look at it well, it's out of recognition of Baba, the way she has been supporting Baba, and even her own status. She is entitled to that position. And I know she is going to deliver, and she will make this country proud. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Wanjala. Rafael Wanjala.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I start by saying, behind every successful man, there is a woman.
And behind every failure?
Behind every successful man, there is a woman. That's what I say. And for Wanjala, there might be women. There's no problem because Mr. Speaker, yes, I also want to congratulate His Excellency the President for this appointment, that he got it right. And I want also to agree with the Vice Chair of that committee that this is the only time they have gotten the right CV. The rest Kenyans have been doubting what they have been passing here, bringing to us. I want to agree with him that they are brought here, some of them are people who don't qualify to be ambassadors. And they have been brought to this house, and they have been passed, Honorable Speaker. Because this is, even me, I agree with them that this is the best CV they have brought to this house. And that's why I'm able now to contribute on it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the 30 minutes allocated is running out. Kaluma.
I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I came from abroad today to speak to this motion. And, and you know you sent me out of the country. Honorable Speaker, there is interference here. I hope my time will be guillotined. But Honorable Speaker, the qualifications of Dr. Canon Betty Ida Odinga has been spoken to. I will not dwell on that. Honorable Speaker, Mama Ida was sadistically sacked from public service before on what was sadistically then termed public interest. I'm happy, Honorable Speaker, Mama Ida Odinga has been nominated and brought before us, again in public interest this time, to pass her. Honorable Speaker, let me thank the President in a very sincere way for this recognition and for the honor vested upon Mama Ida Odinga as a person. Let me also thank Mama Ida Odinga for accepting this nomination to serve the state. We have very many people with the qualifications, with the gravitas, with the dignity, with the grace, with the poise. But Honorable Speaker, you see them loitering outside there instead of giving themselves to serve, the nation in this capacity. The nation called Kenya is going to be a big beneficiary of this. But lastly, Honorable Speaker, there is the project Anthony Olwach mentioned, which is Dr. Ida Odinga Library and Resource Center. It is in a school in my constituency called Ogande Girls. And if you doubted what Mama Ida has been doing without shouting, go to that project, which hopefully will be launching in March, and I'm inviting my colleagues. Hopefully Mama Ida will be ambassador there. I invite you to see what this great lady we are approving today has been doing behind the screens, as we even send her to go to you.
Your time is up. Bensouda. After Bensouda, Junet be ready, and then Ichungwa, then we reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to also add my voice to the most distinguished Canon Ida Dr. Betty Odinga for being nominated to this position. Allow me also to recognize and appreciate the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, as a scholar who saw it wise that a scholar deserves that position, and also saw the need that women are capable and competent. Let that lens be continuously magnified so that it can continue seeing more women who can be put in various positions. Honorable Speaker, I rise to talk about Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga on her presentability, not only taking care of men, but there are some men you can take care of them and they don't take care of you. So which means in the family of the enigma who passed on, it was a two-way traffic. That is why His Excellency, the late Dr. Raila Amolo Odinga, passed on when he had a woman, not women. A woman, not women. Number two, Wanjala, just relax. Number two, I want to say that as women, I inclusive, Honorable Speaker, the presentability I'm talking about, I can demystify in terms of her intellect, how she presents herself. Go to her house, how she even prepares food. Look at her total dressing. Look at her words. She doesn't dig the words. She talks with calculation, with a lot of psychological influence and intelligence. And that is why I want to say that when she's going to present and represent this nation, we have just gotten it right. Honorable
Deva, 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, the approval, thank you. I want to say that I know at times we women, we are being mistaken for jealousy, that women are their own weapons. Look at Dr. Ida Betty Odinga when we lost our enigma. She gave this nation the ample time and freedom to mourn Jacob Baba. May his soul rest in peace without limitation. I want to say that she is the patron of what is known as the story of the daughters of the lake. I want to say it is called Sigandnyinam. And I want to say that women in this nation must recognize, must respect Dr. Ida Betty Odinga. This far she brought us, we must reciprocate. Honorable Speaker, you have improved this parliament. And I want to thank you so much. The aesthetic of this parliament is above board. Organize a real dinner in honor of Canon Dr.
Junet. Honorable Bensouda, did you read a book by Molière called The Imaginary Invalid? Go ahead, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, I have very little to add after the speech of Dr. Bensouda Osogo, Doctor.
The boisterous speech.
Plus the presentation, Mr. Speaker, and the dressing herself today, the way she's dressed, Dr. Bensouda herself, Mr. Speaker, says a lot. She prepared for the day, Mr. Speaker, to come and do her presentation. Mr. Speaker,
she can't beat Kaluma, who just flew in to speak to them.
No, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, did Kaluma not only come fast, he also cut his trip short, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that he contributes to this motion. He cut his trip short in New York, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to also join my colleagues in supporting the recommendation of the committee that we approve Dr. Canon Ida Odinga as the representative of UNEP for this country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, many of us, you know, we came through Baba's hands. But likewise, we came through Dr. Ida's hand, Mr. Speaker. She is a diplomat par excellence, Mr. Speaker. And I remember many times when you have issues, even politically, in our party and others, she played a big role in solving them, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with Bensouda that the way she cooks food, one of the things that I will ever remember about Dr. Ida Odinga, Mr. Speaker, when you go to her home and visit her late husband, and she's there and there is food, Mr. Speaker, in spite of her stature in the society, she is the one who will serve you the food. She will be the one who will pour the tea into your cup and ask you, have you eaten food? And she will make sure you don't leave her home without eating. I saw that as a big diplomacy, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, she also had a very long, distinguished career in education. She also had a very long, distinguished career in civil society, advocacy for human rights, and constitutionalism, Mr. Speaker. She has been beside her husband. She has been supportive of her husband in everything he has done in this world, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I agree with members that there is no better person to serve this country at that level than her. Mr. Speaker, as a family, they are very passionate about environmental matters. You remember our party leader, Mr. Speaker, how passionate he was about environmental issues. The way he was conserving Mau Forest, Mr. Speaker, until it almost costed him his political life. She was supportive of that. She was beside him when he was doing all that, Mr. Speaker. And she was to advance that agenda forward on his behalf and on behalf of our family, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity in this House to disabuse some section of Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, who always link every appointment that is made in this country to politics, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mama Ida is not looking for a salary. She's not looking for an allowance. She is taking up this job to serve Kenya, Mr. Speaker, so that she can be remembered as a woman who has served her country when she was called to that Mr. Speaker, to that job. Mr. Speaker, there are Kenyans all over in social media castigating people. Oh, you don't deserve this. Oh, you have sold out. Oh, you have done this. Give us a break. Shame on you, those kind of Kenyans. And they know themselves, the people I'm talking about. They have been on the barrage of attacking her, attacking our party, attacking us on the social media for why she is standing out to serve her country, Mr. Speaker. Every Kenyan is willing and ready to serve his or her country when called upon, Mr. Speaker. So if you are not ready to serve your country, shut up and go and do other things. There are other businesses you can do, farming and other things, Mr. Speaker. Let us not politicize. Let us not balkanize the country all the time that any Kenyan is called to serve his country, Mr. Speaker. There are people actually who are hell-bent to make sure that certain people who come from certain part of this country should not serve this country, Mr. Speaker. Whenever we get appointment from that part of the country, is a problem. Even when the broad-based government was formed, they keep on talking about the few appointments that come from that side. They never talk about the appointments that come from other parts of the country. Give us a break. Let Mama Ida Odinga serve our country. She is ready to serve. She is willing to serve. She has served the country before. She has done a good job for this country. She has participated in the democratization of this country. She suffered for this country. She was removed from her job because of this country. Mr. Speaker, let us give her all the accolades. Let us support her. Let us approve her in this House, Mr. Speaker. And it is Kenyans who will benefit from her service, not herself, Mr. Speaker. She has done everything she could do in this country. She has brought up politicians. She has done everything she could. It is the benefit of this country for us to have somebody of Mama Ida's stature to serve us at the UNEP, Mr. Speaker. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I urge the House.
Bichungwa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And let me, Honorable Speaker, agree with everybody who has spoken that we are approving a great person and a lady of impeccable credentials. Honorable Speaker, looking through her CV, I noted that Dr. Betty Odinga has also served or has experience in international forums, and therefore sits at a very pivotal position today to serve in this diplomatic role as our permanent representative to UNEP. And she has experience in international forums such as the UN Commission on the Status of Women. And this has very well equipped her to serve in the position that she has been nominated in. Honorable Speaker, let me not belabor what has been said of Dr. Ida Odinga, that she has sacrificed for this country. and that sacrifice cannot go for nothing. And I want to agree with Honorable Junet. It is not fair that you demonize people on the basis of their names or the places where they come from. And that habit that is there among us, a few of us as Kenyans, should come to an end. Because Dr. Betty Ida Odinga, Canon, has served this country through the service that Baba Raila Odinga served this country over the years in her own way. And those who have served with her in ODM or under the tutelage or under the stewardship of Raila Odinga can attest to that. And even those of us who have never had the opportunity to work with or in ODM can see it from where we are. And we have seen the sacrifices that this lady, this great lady of our nation, has offered to this country by serving not just her husband, the party, and the nation. True, as has been said, she left public service as a teacher who had served diligently in the teaching profession. But she never stopped serving the people of Kenya. And I want to bear witness to what Honorable Kaluma is saying, because last June, Honorable Speaker, you remember we were with you in Homa Bay during the Madaraka Day celebrations. And I had an opportunity to sit with the former Prime Minister and Mama Ida, and she passionately spoke about the school in Homa Bay and the work that she's doing. And last year, Honorable Speaker, you remember, we all joined in to contribute to the work that Mama Ida Odinga has been doing in that school. And I want to promise Honorable Kaluma, we shall be there to witness the opening of that great facility that Mama Ida has helped the children of Homa Bay and the children of Kenya to build. And she did this not from a position in government or anywhere. She did the work that she has done in that school as a former student or an old girl of that school. And she has done very well, Honorable Speaker. And therefore have no doubt that she will be able to leverage on her diplomatic credentials, her skills as a teacher, and leverage also on the social capital that she has built over the years. Because Mama Ida Odinga is not any other ordinary lady in this country, or in fact in the world. She has social capital that she has built, courtesy of being the spouse of a great statesman and a nationalist and a Pan-Africanist in the person of Raila Odinga. And therefore, she will be able to leverage on that social capital and the networks that she has built over the years to position our country even in a better place, Honorable Speaker. Remember, this is the only country in the global south that hosts a UN headquarters in this UNEP. Therefore, I look forward to Mama Ida Odinga being able to use her networks, the social capital she has built across the globe over the years to be able even to pull more UN headquarters into this country, Honorable Speaker. You've seen what has happened in New York, where Honorable Kaluma has just flown in from this morning. Many of the UN agencies that were there are relocating to other places, and there is no better home.
Not other places, to Nairobi.
To Nairobi. Yes. I was going to say there is no better home for UN agencies than Nairobi. And we look forward to Mama Ida Odinga using her social capital, her networks globally, to be able to convince other global players and the UN family to set up more of their headquarters in Nairobi as they are doing, so that we have more agencies that will be able to create more opportunities for our young people in terms of jobs or job opportunities, Honorable Speaker. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I beg to support and urge the House to approve this great lady of our nation and a great daughter, not just of Migori and Homa Bay, but a great daughter of Kenya and Africa, to serve the world, because she deserves to go on and serve the world. And as Junet has said, she's not getting this position, Honorable Speaker, to serve herself. At her age, Honorable Speaker, and you know you cannot tell her age, because Honorable Speaker, I was going to say, you will not even tell that Mama Ida is as elderly as she is, because she still looks young and beautiful, energetic, and very visionary in what she is going to do in the service of the world, not just this country. And I support her, Honorable Speaker, and I urge the House to fully approve and quickly approve this. I think we have everything that we need today. We have the numbers, and everybody is supporting. I've not had even a single voice of dissent. Thank you, Honorable. Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to totally associate with the sentiments by honorable colleagues here on Mama Ida. Particular mention to the sentiments by Honorable Bensouda. She's captured the mood and the writing of our report, and I really want to appreciate on that. Honorable Speaker, we want to wish Mama Ida all the best as she goes to a next phase of profession, rather a next phase of career in diplomacy. And as the world is confronted with changing dynamics in environment and the challenges in the environmental sector, no better person will step forward better than Mama Ida Odinga. I want to wish her all the best. The committee also did express, continue to pray for her and her family after the demise of the former Prime Minister. Personally, I'm known to two members of that family, Raila Odinga Jr. and Winnie Odinga and Rosemary. I pray for them and I wish Mama Ida Odinga all the best in our next phase of this career in the United Nations Environment Program. Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Elijah, take your seat. Melly, take the nearest seat. Thank you, honorable members. With a light touch, Angela said, behind every successful man, there is a woman. Who stands behind a failing man? I now put the question at order number 8, which is that taking into consideration the findings of the Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations in its report on the approval hearing of a nominee for appointment as permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 24th February 2026, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 132(2)(e) of the Constitution and Section 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of Canon Dr. Ida Betty Odinga, EGH, as the permanent representative of the Republic of Kenya to the United Nations Environment Program. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, special motion, consideration of a nominee for appointment as the chairperson of the Public Service Commission.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Labor. Members, I suggest that we also go the same way on this. Chonga, you move. Then members are given an opportunity to speak for 2 minutes. And the leaders, 3 minutes each. Yes, Robert?
Thank you, Speaker.
Order. Yes, Robert Mbui. Are you in agreement?
Agreement, Mr. Speaker, but note that we have the CS coming in at 4.
Yes.
We have about 17 minutes, so we
Yes.
may need to just rush through quickly.
Okay. Chonga.
Thank you, Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that this House adopt the report of the Departmental Committee on Labour on the approval hearing of Mr. Francis Major for appointment as the chairperson of the Public Service Commission. On Tuesday, the 10th February 2026, the Speaker of the National Assembly relayed the message from His Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samuel Ruto, to members and referred the nominee's name together with the curriculum vitae to the Departmental Committee on Labour for approval hearing, vetting, and report of the House. While referring the matter to the committee, the Speaker directed that the committee undertake the approval hearing and report to the House within 14 days in accordance with Section 11, subsection 7 of the PSC Act, Cap 185. House Speaker, further, noting the recruitment process and the subsequent recommendation of appointment and detailed in the report of the selection panel, the nomination of Mr. Francis Major as the chairperson of the Public Service Commission was in compliance with Article 250, subsection 2 of 2C of the Constitution, Section 11, subsection 6 of the Parliamentary Service Commission Act, Cap 185, and the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F. Honorable Speaker, while conducting the approval hearing, the committee was guided by statutes and articles of the Constitution of Kenya, including the Public Appointments Act, Cap 7F, the Salaries and Remuneration Commission Act, Cap 412D, and Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Leadership and Integrity, and Article 118 of the Constitution on public participation. Honorable Speaker, in fulfillment of the provisions of Article 118, subsection 1B of the Constitution, Section 6, subsection 4 of the Public Appointments Act, Cap 7F, and National Assembly Standing Orders Act, Section 45, subsection 3, the Clerk of the National Assembly on Thursday, 12 February 2026, facilitated placement of an advert in the print media, notifying the public on the date, time,